When engaging in rideshare, one of the biggest enemies to having a decent earning period while you're out driving is a saturated market. Plenty of drivers on the road. But how about adding discrimination? Company-sanctioned discrimination of drivers into the mix. Think that might have an effect? What up, folks? Once again, it is indeed your boy Tim with another ride-sharing video. Discrimination in rideshare. This is actually not only a real thing, but company-sanctioned. In other words, the company itself promoting what could lead to discrimination. I want to read this article to you folks, but I want to get your opinion because I'm looking at this and I'm not seeing anything good, at least for a particular segment of the rideshare drivers. Comes from an article titled, Lyft's program that matches female and non-binary riders and drivers is now available nationwide. In other words, this is a program that allows females and non-binary drivers and riders to match and pair up with each other. Now, I'm going to be honest right off the bat. I'm an older man. I don't know what the hell non-binary is, so I'll see if I can flash the description on the screen because I still have no clue what the hell that means. I just know it's part of the LGBT community. Nevertheless, though, allowing females and non-binary riders and drivers to pair up. Here is the actual explanation for what this shit is all about. Women Plus Connect allows drivers and riders to feel safer and more confident by matching female and non-binary drivers with female and non-binary riders. Lyft announced the same blog in the past or some shit like that this is highly requested. This is a highly requested feature designed to allow women and non-binary people to get where they're going more confidently and comfortably. Now, here's the problem. If I'm a male driver, how the hell does this work for me? What does this mean for my earnings? Are men going to specifically request other men drivers? Hell no. So what does that mean when half of the gender is requesting everybody but my ass? What does that mean for my earnings? This is what we're talking about. Company-sanctioned discrimination. But it gets worse, and here's why yours truly, I'm suggesting that this could lead to discrimination. Here is actual testimony from an actual Lyft driver. I've noticed a change in the riders I've picked up since using Women Plus Connect, particularly during weekends. On Friday and Saturday, I'm pretty much just driving women at night, and I just feel safer. So if you're in a market where there's an overwhelming amount of female passengers, let's say some type of feminist rally or some shit, just end it, and folks need trips. Anything where women are liable to outnumber men greatly. There's plenty of plays, concerts, talk about Taylor Swift, for instance. You're going to have a hell of a lot more females than men. If they are all, or even a large portion of them, are asking for female drivers, where the hell do that leave us males? Now, the article will continue to suggest that sometimes you may or may not be able to get this, but if you're allowing the passengers to request females, how can you tell me that don't put the men at a disadvantage? Nobody's going to be requesting dudes unless somebody else from the LGBT community would prefer men. I get that. But otherwise, men are going to be on the downside of this. Same thing with the rider. Nobody's going to request they want to only pick up dudes. I mean, I've covered a hell of a lot of articles about dudes, particularly black males, carjacking us to begin with. So once again, I don't see how this does not discriminate against men. Now, Lyft suggests that only 35% of their drivers are women. But this sounds really beneficial if you're a female driver and fucked up if you're a man driver, because folks are going to literally be discriminating against putting you in a car as a passenger or as a driver. I don't see how this doesn't lead to some folks complaining, maybe even litigation in the future. Nevertheless, here is how Lyft explains the notion that this may not always be available. Know, though, that Women Plus Connect is a preference and not a guarantee. The company will do its best to match you with other female and non-binary drivers. But there may be times when the match is impossible. Shit, I'm going to get my trips. I'm going to do what I got to do. If you want a female or a non-binary driver, shit, I identify. I'm down. I need this trip. Want me to be a blonde? Fuck it. I'm blonde now. Whatever it takes to get these trips is what some drivers may have to do. May lead you to become a member of the LGBT community just to make some money. Now, at the end of the day, I'm joking my ass off, but in reality, how does this not potentially hurt male drivers? I'd like to hear your opinions on this, folks, particularly some of my male drivers. How do you favor something like this? Because I don't see from a driver or a rider perspective where anybody is going to be requesting males. It's all going to be females and binary or binary folks. So do whatever you got to do. Otherwise, you might be sitting around. It's your boy Tim. As always, smash that like button. Feel free to drop a subscription, and I'll catch you in the next video.